it's kind of like the phrase, you got to spend money to make money.
Right.
Pretty much.
Right. If you believe God and you follow his commandments, then he's going to turn around and bless what it is that you gave. You know what I'm saying? In all types of different ways. But again, you can't be doing it like, last night, I was tripping last night.
Club.
Yeah, I went to the strip club last night, so let me go ahead and get this fat ties check.
I brought like 3 bottles of Don Julio. Right. I need to go ahead and get a church a couple of these bucks.
No, that's not, you know what I mean? That can help you as a person, but you ain't gonna get the help from the the person you really giving it for.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? That's the key. But I think it's better, and I think more people are more comfortable when you are in a church that's doing the right thing with the money and you're plugging yourself in to see what they're doing with it. Now,
touching on what you said, church is doing the right thing with the money. Do you think that churches are transparent about where the tithes are going, or should they start being a little bit more transparent about where the tithes are going? Because a lot of congregation people just come and they don't know, and then they might go home like, well, damn, the pastor's riding around in this, the pastor got this big house. But what I've learned, and I never, as I got older, I always thought that I didn't even realize, because I ain't gonna lie, I was a naive kid, you know what I mean, oblivious, didn't know a lot. I didn't even expect, I thought that was their job.
Right.
When I got older and realized pastors, they got jobs outside of that. You know what I mean? They plumbers, they working just like us. You know what I mean? Make their ends meet. So do you think they need to start being a little bit more transparent about where the money's going so people have a better understanding?
It should be fully transparent.
Yeah.
And most churches are.
Okay.
But what happens is, to what you said, a lot of times you come in and you giving tithes and you give an offering or whatever, and you see the pastor pull off and he in a S500 Mercedes, and you like, man, was it? But when they had a financial report, did you come to the?
Yeah.
No, you ain't come because you wasn't interested in that. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. It's fully transparent for those that want to really get the information. You know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean? So you definitely need to make sure you're in a church that's being transparent with the money that's coming in. And every church, do different things with the money. So you also want to, be with some leadership, because if this person is a man of God, which you're a shepherd for a lot of sheep that's, in your church, then you need to be doing the Bible.
Right, the right thing.
So you need to be doing the right thing. So it shouldn't be no shady behind the back stuff going on anyway. So you just got to make, kind of watch it and kind of get that vibe. But every church should have a yearly finance meeting, and it's open to the whole congregation. It's not tiers or who can come. You need to be at that, you know what I mean? And you get a chance to see what come in and get a better understanding of how your money is going to work, you know what I mean, for the kingdom of God. So
do you think that, with that being said, do you think that it's wrong for the pastors to like live a lavishly lifestyle while some of the congregants, they struggling? Because, it's a lot of people in the congregation, they struggling, they come and especially the older generation, they faithful, they pay their tithes, they offering every Sunday, but they still out here struggling. But they watching the pastors, living lavish. Do you think you think that's wrong, or you think that's right?
I don't think that's wrong, but again, to preface that, there's levels to it. You know what I mean? Because just like anything, just like if you was a CEO of a job, you went to work, you put a lot of work in, you got a lot of people that depend on you and your decisions that you're making. Right. Well, that's why you paid the big bucks.